Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to some more Let's Play Dyson Sphere program. I am hoping to go to space real soon. However, I've had to do a little bit of just base management, including getting a little bit more power, which is what I'm trying to set up over here. We have a couple of miners here. We're going to get coal on belt. I've actually crafted and placed a few more wind turbines, because, you know, renewable energy seems like a good idea, renewable energy, but we're still a little shy, so we're going to supplement it with a wee bit more thermal power. Yeah, I guess they can't, it's too bad they don't have an input, like, on an end. That would be kind of convenient. So we'll put a couple of these. I will manually throw some coal in one, so we actually have some power production nearby here. And you are going to need a little bigger uppers, and then we just need some power distribution. And we're going to, of course, want to connect this to the rest of the grid. So let's make sure that happens. Alright, hopefully. Satisfaction is there, but it's still not anywhere close to being filled. However, one of the things we're doing with going into space will in fact be ranging for a little bit more power. So I feel like we need this a little bit now still, but the goal is to not need it for much longer. We get some fuel, and some fuel, fuel, and I actually don't know, like, these coils need to exist to link them all up or not. I think, no, they were linking to each other. So, I think we're going to be okay now. Satisfaction's 100%. Not by much, but it is. Now, the other thing I realized, as our hydrogen was okay, but we were getting a little short on the other component for the red science packs over here, I realized the energetic graphite over here is actually the other part of the input. So this process over here, once we needed the red cubes first to research up to X-ray whatchamacallit, but then this process actually generates both resources required for this. So the hydrogen, I still have a little bit of split here. It's going to give us some room to work. We might rewire it later, but mostly it's because we already had these containers. The hydrogen's going there, and in fact, we were backing up on hydrogen. You can see we still are. And then the graphite is coming in over here as well. We were producing some graphite from the coal, but now we shouldn't need to do that as much. Some of the graphite is being turned into diamonds, but overall we've got our inputs here. I've increased our red cube production quite a bit. We'll have to do the blue at some point. The blue does produce twice as fast, so I've got 5, actually I've got 6 of the blue ones, which means we need 12 of the red. Oh! Actually, we've got the exact ratio that we need for the science at this time. The inputs were a little short on the blue, though, so I had to increase my iron production, and mostly for that I did add a couple more smelters here, but the big thing is we actually weren't flowing the inputs quite quickly enough. So I've got the Mark II conveyor belts over here feeding into these bad boys, and so now our iron production is coming back up and stuff. I've got a few more things that are routing into various bins. Over here I've got the split on our circuitry just to make sure that it's being fed in here properly. And I've got a few of these little buffer setups where I pull in with a Mark I sorter and I export with the Mark II, so it will, you know, saturate the conveyor belts as much as possible, and then any overflow gets stored up there, which is going to be good. It's going to make it easier for picking up. It's also just going to make sure that we don't have, if we have production that ramps up and ramps down, we're going to meet OK state for as much as possible. I still got a bunch of science stuff queued up, but I think we've got everything we need to, well, for the main plot line right over here, main quest, right? Solar collection, so that's our solar panels, but then we got the photon frequency conversions. We already got that. And then the solar orbit system, where we make solar sails and we make EM rail ejectors. So that launches solar sails into the orbit of a Dyson sphere, form a Dyson swarm, and then we've got array receivers. So we've got all those sorted out. The next thing we're going to need over here needs both yellow and green science cubes. The yellow cubes, I think, are in the queue, so we'll be working on that soon. But we can start with the solar sail orbit system. So we are going to need a fair amount of material for that. What I'm going to do, I think, is we're going to find another area to work in. There's some land over there. I guess what I'm going to have to do don't really understand the difference between this, that, and that. Oh, these modes where you still... Okay, so I don't know if I actually put it down with that. No, I think it does this, and then I'm choosing a mode. So what's the difference between foundation with decoration and not? Does it literally just look? Yeah, because they're both using the same material. Okay, well, I don't know. With decoration mode, I guess it's going to be fine. I wonder if there's... Oh, there's a way. Excellent. Plus, plus, plus. Good. We can go and make that bigger. Okay, let's work this little area over here to start off with, and then we'll figure out what we need to expand to. I don't actually have to get rid of the trees first, but they're kind of annoying me. So let's do a little bit of that. Now, we're going to have to put down some crafters. I don't think I've got the Mark II crafting devices, and yet they need graphene. Not graphite, and I kept getting it backwards. And then you need a processor, which also needs microcrystalline components. Well, microcrystalline components we can make now. Graphene we make from the graphite and refined oil. We also make it out of something else. I don't know what that other symbol is, but I don't think it's something we have access to. I'm not sure. But I feel like maybe not. Now, I do have the graphite, the energetic graphite on the track over here. Also, I realized the energetic graphite is actually like quite full of energy. And right now it's probably the best bet. However, I think we've just unlocked another power source. Yeah, the hydrogen fuel rods, which I think is the item I was thinking of that we start with at the beginning of the game. It looks like we can just pump hydrogen plus iron into hydrogen fuel rods, which have even more energy. So the energetic graphite is 6.3 megajoules. This is 40 megajoules. So let's get that plus 60% fuel chamber generation. That means, I think, how long... like it's an extra bonus in the generate. I don't know. I checked the documentation for it. It says that like it lasts longer. I don't know. But anyway, the hydrogen fuel rod is definitely the next step up. It's got quite a lot more energy in it, the better fuel chamber generation modifier as well. And we can certainly craft it. We need to make it in a assembler out of material that we do have access to. So when we go into space, we'll probably do something relatively closer to that. So it feels like I should be making our microcrystalline components and then also working on the graphene soon. Let's start with the microcrystalline, because that should be fairly easy. We don't actually have glass on the bus, such as it is, but we do produce glass over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to raise it up. And I guess for now, let me just run it on top of our here. Supermagnetic field generator. Excellent! Supermagnetic rings. Don't know if we have anything that needs that yet, but it is going to be in place. The glass production could certainly be faster. We're also going to do a little thing like this, again, where we empty this as quickly as possible. So that is going to be saturated. Looks like we'll need more stone production. Actually, we definitely need more stone production over here. So let's not have any more miners. So steel and gears. I think actually box up the gears and the steel somewhere, but I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think I boxed the steel, and I probably should, just to make it a little more convenient to pick up than doing something like this. And again, we could set up some buffers and things. And then for gears, yeah, I don't know. They get on the bus. Maybe I should automate production of our miners and various things. I mean, we'd have to set a stack size limit. I guess I can handcraft gears too, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, I just realized I was holding shift there, so it didn't lock to the grid, which is not what I want. And power. Stone's gonna be okay. And I don't have any smelters. My god. That's a lot of fun. I mean, we've got glass on the thing now, but I feel like it's probably not a bad idea of this won't actually... That will dump there. Oh well, it'll be awkward, but... You know, let's do it this way. It's gonna be okay. We're already going awkward, let's go awkward all the way. We're entering, like, cringe comedy levels of awkward. Alright. I don't think we really needed those, but I'm like, we know what, we're here, let's make sure the glass production is okay. It'd be better later when we're on a planet with actual access to silicon instead of smashing these rocks, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright. We've got a fair amount of these assembly machines. I'll look that first. What about when I put it down? I don't know. Okay. Well, we're making... Oh, wrong button. We're making this. So we need copper, and that is glass, right? Where's that? High purity silicon. What? I don't have that. High purity silicon needs silicon ore. Okay, so I can produce silicon ore from the rocks. Okay, you know what? Let's back this up. Let's, I was thinking we were adding to how much glass we needed to produce, but that is not the case. Alright, so you are still producing glass. That's going to be okay. So, what we need is to somehow path around some stuff here. Get out of the way. So you're actually making silicon ore from this. And I'm assuming we don't actually need the silicon ore itself. What's the production time? 10 seconds. And then, if we're getting this to make the high purity, it needs 2 every 2. Oh, shoot. Okay, so this is a really slow process. Here's what's going to happen then. Come here. Oh. Thank you. Come here. Just one more tile out. Oh, I don't have enough! Oh, I do make those, though. I just have to remember where it is. There it is, way over here. There you go. Quite a bit. We're definitely going to need a ton. Alright, well, I guess we're not, we're probably not actually going to finish the space stuff itself today, but we'll see how far we can get. Alright. Big long line over here. We don't need that right now. We're going to need smelters. Like that, although again, the recipe is, in fact, now going to be this. Well, it's not a 2D world. My camera turns, so I probably can't smoothly move anyway. Oh my god, more smelters. Which need circuit boards, which are being stored in some bins now. We're not making massive arrays. Like, the thing is, when you're, in Factorio, when you're making, like, these smelting areas, you are making, like... You know, you need like 100 of these smelters. I don't feel like that's going to be the case here. We'll make a crap ton of them now, so that'll be good for a little while. So these take 10 seconds per cycle. And they produce 1. So if we got 10 of these, let's do that. So that's 5, yes? Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are now producing 1 silicon ore per second. And that's going to be outputted, let's say in this direction. And then I think it's still a smelter. You're going to be making high purity. It needs 2 every 2 seconds. So that's 1 per second. Make 1. Okay, so this will output 1 high purity silicon per second, consuming all the output from this stuff. Wow. Yeah, okay, we definitely need proper silicon, but I guess we need this to bootstrap our economy. Like, we don't have much of a choice. We have to start this way. I mean, unless I've missed something, which, you know, that never happens. Don't even start with me. At least we definitely know the Mark 1 inserters are going to be plenty, since this is such a slow production cycle. And we probably also don't have to worry about increasing our stone mining. Although, we could. We could wrap around to the other side, so we can definitely add more to this. But yeah, this is such a slow production cycle. And it's... Oh, it does have to pick up 10 rocks. Okay, that is going to consume a lot of stone. Like, this is enough production, but it actually might not be enough stone. In fact, if nothing else... You know what we need? We need to use the Mark II conveyor belts. Now, you can flow from a Mark I to a Mark II as long as it's in a straight line. The intersections definitely don't work. At least if you do start by clicking on one of the conveyor belts, it doesn't X out anything else afterwards. Now, we don't literally need it to the end. They move real fast. Real fast. Get these down. And yeah, almost certainly we will need more mining. We may even need to have some, like, flow this way to here and meet halfway rather than have a straight line. Because, yeah, you can see here, actually, well, there was a backlog of minerals. It's possible there's just not going to be enough throughput even on this Mark II. But let this get started. How's our actual power? Satisfaction's at 100, but barely so. And so here, we're going to grab this way. We can trim that back a little bit. Grab this. Go like this. And do that. And then just get you some power. Okay. So you're now making the high purity, whatever you want to call it. Which we are then going to feed into a factory that needs that, and I think steel. Oh yeah, you don't X that. Fuck. I don't want to actually merge you with this. Okay, and I think now we are back to the assembling machine. So if I were to back up a little here, set up a couple of those, double check that that is what we're looking for, right? If I do this, it is the high purity silicon, which we've got, and copper ingots. Okay, copy paste. And so what we can do with the copper, since we do have a bit of a gap here, I can smash that a little bit, grab the splitter, and I suppose it would be easiest to use one of these, like so. Come in this way. We'll have you continue down that way again. And then from this side... Up over here. But I think what has to happen is this will a little awkward. We'll do one of those, like that, and like that. Now, do you just need one of each? Okay, 2 and 1, but that's still going to be fine for this, especially since the thing it needs most of is closest, because we can just make do with ones for both parts of the equation, like so and like so. Boom. And then we are going to export this here. Like that. We'll figure out what we're doing with it. We need some more of these sorters. Output, output. Tiny bit here. Like that, because I might as well make it a habit to set up these buffer chests like this, where we grab slowly and then export quickly. Now, sometimes it'll be doing nothing work, like right now, but usually what it's doing is it's going to slowly collect into here, and then if there's ever a gap, it's going to quickly export onto this bad boy. Okay. Wow. So next. This feels like playing Gary's Mod all over again. So we were making this so that we could make fancy-ass tech here. Yes. Now, this had nothing to do with the graphene, but we needed this for the solar thing. Actually, I'm not sure. We don't need it for the base solar sail. We do need Photon Combiner. Okay. Which later on, I don't know what those purple crystals are, but we'll be able to make it out of that more directly. For now, it's going to be prisms, which we do make out of glass. Circuits are... Is this the circuits right over here? Yes, circuits are here. Glass is also on here. Prisms are not. And we actually never made prisms. Now, when I've got this... It would be really nice if you could raise these up off the ground to align with this, or make an elevated platform. I don't know if that's a thing that can be done. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm gonna do, out of a certain amount of laziness, as is my trademark, if we make prisms out of you, what I can do something like this. Sort of Mark II, which requires Mark 1s, which we don't have, and then the engines. Most of them need the steel. I don't think we bulk make the sorters. Yeah, I really need a bin. Yeah, I need a container. Or the iron here. Which is going to have a slow pickup. And it will have a fast export soon, but not right now, because we don't actually have the means to do it. What do I need to upgrade this to the Mark IIs? The engines. Which are right over here, and do get put in the bin. Ha ha ha! Look at me. I think we just need more of the iron production. Making chunks, that's gonna be okay. Come back over here, grab these. Now what we can do is take a Mark II like so. Which Mark I's over here. So that's not really accumulating right now, but at some point it will. I could get more of these, yeah? Yeah. And I really should. Actually, that might have been enough to reach already. Yeah. I think we need to maybe Mark II this. So we're going to run into that issue where the bus throughput's not enough, and unfortunately we don't have easy upgrade tools over here. Now, I think because of that, I think this really is not a game for busing, but here it is going to be very convenient for, like, not for mass production of things down the way. Ooh, actually, the iron inputs is what's lacking now, because there's so much mining going on in these things, but that's okay. There's going to be a trickle of iron, and that's what matters, is that there's some iron coming down over here, so we can have some basic construction. In fact, what's likely the problem here is we are getting 100% satisfaction, so I guess that's okay. Particle containers are a go. Right, so I was doing that so that we could get these things happening. So I guess I'll use a Mark II sorter to export from this. Mark 1 this way. And then all I think I'm going to do is bring my prisms out. You to connect to this. Just want you to get out of this little cluster F and route it somewhere else. So yeah, just using the Mark 1s over here and do that. Put another one. Oh, I can't actually put this down until the blueprint is down. There you go. A little bit of this. It doesn't run tremendously quickly, but it's not too bad. 3 of the plates into 2 of those. We're making 22.5 per minute. I mean, we've got all the graphs and stuff. You can take a look at some of these things as well. But you're slowly producing prisms. And again, you know, I'm hoping this is not something we need in large numbers. Now, we're going to run into a bit of a, you know, a kerfufflage over here. But we'll make it work. More spaghetti is going to be called for, perhaps. So now that we've got the prisms, what are we making? Is it for this? Is it for this? Yeah, the Photon Combiner. So we need some Photon Combiners. So we'll put down more production hubs here. Yeah, but just put it down. I have the foundation. Well, that's kind of frustrating that it doesn't just do it by itself. Because that would be nice. And it would avoid accidentally putting down too many things. So, we're going to get a few of these. 2. Is this an alternate recipe? Advanced. Yeah. So, we need the prisms. I mean, maybe... You know what? Just because we are going to be a little bit tight there. I'm just going to route the prisms. God, it's not click and drag like Factorio. Run you here. And then we just need to run the circuits in here. I'm not going to set up a split, so it'll take extra room, and we might be starting to hit the limit of our busing. We can always add a splitter later. Are you still up in the air? Hold on. Lay back. There we are. Prisms should land here soon, and so you are making... Yes, these things. And I'm sure I have a bunch of garbage on me like that. And like that, we can drop some prisms in there. I can drop some circuit boards too. Do-do-do. Yoink, 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 yoink. And then, I don't know, you're gonna go somewhere. Just need power. Excellent. You're now producing Photon Combiner. Okay. Now what are we building? So we got the Photon Combiner for the solar sail. We need the graphene layers now, which needs the graphite and the refined oil. Wait. It needs sulfuric acid. Oh, shitballs. Which is going to need... Is that water? It's water, refined oil, and rock? Made in a chemical factory. Okay. I know I've got chemical factories, chemical plants, because I built them accidentally that one time. If I stick you here and tell you that I want to make sulfuric acid, with actually the end goal of putting you into the other thing. Hang on. Maybe you here. And something like that. So this one's actually going to be to make graphene. Which we'll be able to do by grabbing some of this. Say a splitter over here. Level. Here. Thank you very much, high strength crystals. Going out from here. Perfect. Into this thing. If it needs that, we need the sulfuric acid, which is going to come out of this. Sulfuric acid needs, indeed, that is stone, water, and refined oil. So I built it over here because our refined oil is pretty darn close. We can just grab some refined oil. Let me pull this back. We'll do some elevation changes after, but the refined oil, I'll get it to come... Maybe this is the one that should go up. Here, there, then back down to ground level. Water pumps are a thing, and I think I created one at some point. Oh, maybe not. I need, again, a little bit more iron. Okay. Holy crap, this is a process. One water pump, please. There we go. Excellent. Just flow directly outwards. Here, elevate, drop down, and up over here. You've got water, I guess, here. We don't have to assign you, you just pump whatever's underneath you. So from here, we need water, we need this, now we need stone. Now, I wouldn't mind if there was another stone mine over here we could just yoink from, because otherwise we have to go quite far away for our stone. That's pretty far as well. I don't know about routing raw stone through all of this mess. It might be what we have to do. But you can see why it might be a little bit unappealing. I guess we can manage it. Because what we can do is we can end up, if we go here and we go 1, 2 levels up. We can do this. So if we get stone onto this bad boy, which is what's coming off of this, but what I might do is I think I'll just put down another stone miner. That actually lined that up. That wasn't even on purpose, not even remotely close. Kind of amazing. Alright, so we do have some stone production on here. That we are going to drag. To level for a bit. Definitely do it. I told you. And then you're gonna end up over here. This should be stone input over here. Now I'll just walk back just to make my little bots not have to go quite as far. This one, please. Thank you. I think we have sulfuric acid being produced. Not in large quantities. It can be scaled up. We can move the graphene out of here actually, and it's probably not a bad idea. Let's do that. Maybe I'll move you out of the way for a second too. We'll do the graphene production elsewhere. Chemical plants. So I'll go. Well, probably because all we need for the sulfuric acid is they do get put into bins. We don't need any pipes or anything, unlike Factorio. 2, 3. Water. Stone. Refined oil. One. I'll just use tier 2s for everything else. That. Now hopefully I didn't misread something and I've been lugging the wrong material this whole time. Boom, boom. They certainly look like they're making stuff. Can I not squeeze through here? Oh, come on. They're definitely making things. Power's a bit of an issue. We'll probably use oil rather than coal for our power production as well, but... Okay. Now, I only have one more of these, but... So if we want to make this graphene... Alright, it's got the sulfuric acid, and then it needs the other thing, which we can grab from... some sort of splitter. Oh wait, I have the splitter already. We just need to pipe it over there, which is going to be quite awkward given the side that I chose here. But, actually, it's going to be okay. This, like this. Up. Stay up to here. Turn the corner and go down. Yeah, it's not awkward at all. And what we'll do as well is the hydrogen here. Oops, lovely. Leave some room for other things that may end up passing through here. Up with the hydrogen. Here, I think it's lined up, and then back down flat to there. Oh! I was gonna say, why isn't there nothing on this? There we go. That should do it. Perfect. And then we need a couple of grabbers. So and like so. What's the balance of this? You do need 3 seconds per cycle isn't too long, but you do need a lot more of the things that further to grab. So we'll use a Mark II grabber for that. And on the output side, I think we're going to be able to grab from there. A little too wide, really? You might be able to do it if it's a little further away. Yeah. That's only exporting 1 of these. That's 2 every 3 seconds, but this should be able to swing the length just fine. 0.75 seconds per trip, yeah. Okay. So, we have another resource going. What I'm going to do, rather than get it through this tight little corner, is I'm going to go here. Here. Okay. Ooh-wee! I don't even remember what we're doing with all this. It's to make a solar sail. What are we looking for production-wise on this? 4 seconds, only 1 of each. Okay. Structure matrix is done. That's our yellow science cubes. Well, we'll have to add that to the science list soon, but not yet. Let's go ahead and have 2 of these, because why not? And power you up. Okay. Now, do we feed these solar sails directly into the firing machine? For different material, that's true. Is it under power? It's the accumulator. No Dyson Sphere program. EM in ejector. So for that, I need this. Okay, so I need the supermagnetic rings, which furthermore need the like the magnetic engine, which is a fairly easy upgrade if I recall correctly. It's right over here. Yeah, it's just the existing electric engine plus a magnetic ring. The thing is, we already have the magnetic rings, like, right there. So what we can do is we can slap these guys down like this. Extend you to here. Okay, separate ground level line this way. And you are not doing this, you are doing this one for the turbine. And yeah, we have everything we need make this. Cool. It does make pretty quick. Now, then what we have to do is we have to upgrade it to the next level engine. But we have everything we need for that as well, just maybe not in this area. So I think what might happen is we might just route this tier 2. Why is this dumping electric engines on this? I know I didn't set a filter. Oh, was I grabbing from the other belt? I may have been grabbing from the other belt accidentally there. That would probably explain it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. I was grabbing from one belt to the other belt. Okay, so we've got those. They do need a level upgrade. What they need is they need the simple metal rings. And what was the other thing? Was it graphite? Yeah, the graphite and then the simple metal rings, which we smelt from the iron ore, which is over here. Now these simple metal rings are here. I think they end there. Because it was like, well, we probably don't need it anymore for anything else, but that's not true. Now, we could make more. I wonder, do we have another source of iron? Because iron plates, again, the bus is starting to run a little low. We've got iron veins over there. What we may want to do is set up another iron smelting area for that iron veins there, for the purpose of making more iron plates, but also the iron rings. Because we don't, yeah, this bus is too crammed. And then the problem is, like, this oil is here. Maybe if I hadn't put any production there, but I can still move this. Probably just... Oh, I don't have enough room, but that's okay. We should probably just move that. And I just realized we have no research going on. Now, I don't know if there's more research we can do without me getting the... yeah, we need a thruster for that. Without me getting the yellow science happening. Oh, there you go. Thruster. And reinforced thruster. Okay, they can be done. Which will let us work on the other thing as well. There might be some upgrades, although I thought... I was pretty much done. Okay, more vertical stuff. That needs yellow, that needs yellow. Yellow. And then that needs purple. Okay, yeah, so we're going to run out of stuff we can do until we get our yellow cubes going. But we've got the ability to go into space. So we should probably do that. Plus, you know, theoretically solve our power problems long term. I don't know. Just slowly building these things. Hopefully slow is good enough. Alright, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.